But I'm going to tell you my favorite thing to do to people, okay? This is my favorite strategy for like talking with other people is you do two things, okay? You have two things and you have to deploy them both simultaneously and interchangeably and not give an indication of what you're doing. So one of my personal favorite things to do when I'm speaking to someone, of course, is be sarcastic, okay? It's funny to be sarcastic, okay? But what's even more funny than being sarcastic is to say something blatantly not true, but say it with all seriousness, completely deadpan. Just be totally serious when you say something totally not true. Conversely, now this is where it gets complicated, okay? Because that's good enough on its own, but this is where you really mess with people's brains, okay? Is you incorporate regular sarcasm, saying something sarcastic, but with a straight face. And then the third kind of thing that you incorporate into your speaking patterns is saying something entirely true, but saying it as if you're being sarcastic. And you incorporate all of these things simultaneously, and nobody ever has an idea whether or not you're being serious. That's the secret, okay? Nobody has any idea about whether or not you're telling the truth. That's the strategy, okay? I love to say things that are like true but sarcastically. It's really funny to me. I was playing Smash Bros with Elise when Elise was visiting like a week ago, basically. And I've played Smash Bros. Like I've played it, but you know how like when people say like, oh, have you played Smash Bros? What they're really asking you is like, you know, do you have 100 hours in it or do you have 5,000 hours in it? You know, that's kind of the question they're asking. And I've got like 5 hours at most in Smash Bros. In my life, you know? Like I've played Melee a few times. I didn't even remember the controls, okay? But when you're talking about playing Smash Bros, people take that game so seriously and they like, you know, they play it like really seriously and really intensely. So when Elise was asking me if I've ever played Smash Bros before, what I did was I just said to her the honest to God truth, but I said it in a way as if I was hiding my power level, if that makes sense. So I was like sitting there and I'm like, where's my controller? You know, I was like, oh yeah, I mean, but I was actually being, no, the important thing is I was being 100% honest this entire time, but the way it looked like was like I was hiding my power level, because I was like, oh, you know, I don't know, I don't even know how to play, honestly. I don't even know the controls. I don't even remember. In fact, can you just give me like a few minutes just to try remember what the controls are? Because I don't even remember the controls, you know? and I'm being truthful, I literally don't remember the controls. So I'm like sitting there like, what the fuck are the controls? But the whole time, I'm like, just give me 5 minutes. I'm just gonna test out. Oh, what's this character? Oh, what game are they from? I don't even know that game. I never played that game. They must be crap. Oh, that character must be terrible. And I'm just like saying words, and it really comes across like I'm hiding how good I am, and I'm just completely not. I'm being so honest. And it's so funny to me to do that. That is so funny to do, because people like literally, you're being totally honest, and they just assume you're a liar. It's so great. I love it so much. It's one of the funniest. That is one of my favorite things to do to someone. And then conversely, you know, once you've done that and you've done that to a person, then you start hitting them with the classic, you know, like they say something, you know, I have no idea, a good example off the top of my head, you know, but they mention like how much they like crabs, you know, and then you say, you can't really bring those up around me. My mom was killed by a crab, so yeah, I'm sorry. You just try not to bring that up around me. Yeah. And you just like say something like, you just say some bullshit, complete bullshit like that, but you just kind of say it seriously. You know, like, I don't really like dingoes. I have kind of trauma around them because one of them ate my baby brother. But anyway, yeah. And you just be saying shit.